Change. It happens like every day, like every minute, every hour of every day. Change. Right now, everything's changing. Everything is changing from summer to fall, which I know for a lot of people is like their favorite time of year, right? I mean, fall. It's like the time of year when pumpkin spice everything comes out. Everybody's going back to school. Next month we've got Halloween coming up, and then after that it's Thanksgiving, and leads up to Christmas. Change is a good thing. Change is a good thing. But I thought today I would say something about change, because I know that change is hard for some people. I am a very adaptable and flexible person. I don't know why that is. It's probably due to a lot of how I grew up and the childhood I had, but I've been able to adapt and be flexible, and part of that's my personality too. And I've had to realize that not everybody is as adaptable or as flexible as I am. And I know that change for a lot of people is not a good thing. Like they can't stand change. I'll admit there are times in my life when I would just love for everything to stay the same. Unfortunately, that's just not life, is it? We find ourselves in those moments where like everything is great and everything is good and everything is going, and it's like in the back of your mind you're like, this isn't gonna last forever. And the fact is, it's not gonna last forever. It's gonna change. And just like these trees around me, some of them have green leaves right now, and pretty soon they're gonna start to turn brown and gold and yellow and beautiful colors, and then the leaves are just gonna fall off, and the trees are gonna be bare, and it's gonna be ugly, and it's no good. Some of these trees behind me are actually dying or dead. Sometimes it's hard to change during the hard times. And then sometimes when you're having a rough time, thinking about change is like the best thing that you can do, because then you can remind yourself that during this rough time, things aren't gonna stay the same. Things are gonna get better. There's a time for everything. A very wise man in the book of Ecclesiastes said that. He said a lot of stuff about it actually, but there's a time for everything. And I just want to remind you today, and myself, that things don't last forever, and that change is gonna happen, and it's okay. We need to learn how to, in your very own way, learn to embrace that change. Enjoy it. Good example, I had a very, very hot summer. We were in Texas this summer. It was like literally record-setting heat, triple-digit heat. There was one day I got up to like 119 degrees when we were in Texas, and it just so happened that the air conditioner on our RV just died. It just couldn't keep up. It was a rough day. It was a rough couple of days. It was actually a rough couple of weeks. The whole summer was just stinking hot. And it was so funny. There was part of me that just wanted to be like, I hate this heat. I can't stand it. I don't like it being that hot, and I don't. But then the reality set in. It's like, you know what? In a couple months, it's gonna be freezing cold, and you're gonna have to worry about your pipes freezing, and there's gonna be ice and snow, and that's just winter. So it's like, I could sit here and not be happy about triple-digit heat and it always being hot, but before too long, it's gonna be freezing cold, the exact opposite. So I had to make up my own mind then and there in the middle of the summer when it's hot that I'm gonna just enjoy it. It's summertime, it's supposed to be hot. I'm just gonna embrace the moment. I'm gonna do my best to enjoy the heat. And when winter rolls around, I'm gonna do my best to enjoy winter as it comes. But right now, I'm loving fall, right? For us in Oklahoma, this is always such a beautiful time. This weekend, it went from like being in the 90s and humid, and it was like sticky gross, but at least it wasn't triple-digit heat. And then we got like a day of rain, which was awesome. And then first day of fall, it actually felt like fall. It was beautiful. It was like 70 degrees. I pulled out the flannel, pulled out my knit cap, and I'm enjoying this fall weather like so many of you are. But it's because change. It's because things change. Everything changes. Not just the seasons, not just the days, not just the weeks, but everything changes. Relationships, you're going to have certain relationships, certain people that you're closer to that now you're not so close to. I want you to know that whatever situation you're in, whether it's good or bad, it's going to change, you know? And that's not to say that things can't always be great, but let's be real, right? Does everything ever stay great all the time? No. And on the flip side of that coin, if you're in a bad situation right now, hopefully that'll change, right? Maybe there are steps that we can take. And in change, you know, there are steps that we can take a bad situation to good. I think that we can also, when things are in a good situation, there are decisions that we can make that help us to prolong that. Change is going to happen. And I think change is good. I mean, who wants the same thing all the time? I mean, other than people that live in San Diego. I mean, the weather down there is gorgeous. However, I like change. I like things to be different. I like to shake things up. I don't want to eat the same meal every day for the rest of my life. And that's one of the things that I love about right now for this moment in our life as we are full-time RVers. The location of my home changes on a constant basis. And I love change. I love the newness and I just kind of embrace it. But I also know that like our lifestyle and what we're doing it's not gonna last forever. And at some point we'll probably settle down and for a while, but then that situation might change. So guys, change. It's all gonna change. I hope today that you handle change the best that you can. Look at it as an opportunity for a new start. Thanks for sitting here with me at the park. Things are kind of nice and quiet. I think I'm gonna go just enjoy some downtime today for a change. Oh yeah, change.